right, folks. Welcome back to VEG Wrestling, baby. Blood round results. We are here. If you're not here, it's kind of the biggest day of the year. You know what I mean? Where are you? Because I know where we are. We are here.
Okay.
Yeah, we show up in the big matches, baby, and so did a lot of people. We're going to break it down. Overall thoughts before we get into it. Penn State.
11 of 13. 11.
Penn State locked up the title.
Out of the last 13, 11 of them. Now, we've talked about dynasties before. I could just go on about...
Okay. We should take a minute to show respect to this dynasty because I'm not sure there's been a dynasty in sports that has achieved the accolades that Penn State has now achieved and is now in the midst of when is this going to end?
Yeah.
But
it's unbelievable. By the way, the team scores right now after the second day.
Iowa is second.
No.
Wait, no, they just fell off, dude.
Yes.
Iowa, surprisingly, though, is still right there.
Yeah, but folks, this is unbelievable. Okay, Penn State's at 148. By the way, did one of our connections say if they won all 6 of the finals, they would have the record?
Okay, we're waiting on verification, folks, but I think
that's
there is still a
sense.
backdoor chance that Penn State
case.
has a chance to become the greatest team of all time.
That's got to be the case.
Scoring.
And, of course, all 6, they're in it. There's no doubt they're in it, and even more so now because of certain losses that people took.
It's still possible.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you look at these finals, you would have to say
they're favored.
O'Toole lost, dude. Messenbrink is Penn State favorite. Wow. O'Toole lost and you called it. All right, hold on before we get started. Couple calls that you made that I said were kooky and turned out to be true. You said Carr was, and you were going to roost like a rooster on here. If O'Toole beat Carr, but daggone, if Carr did not beat O'Toole, and then you said you did not love Ridge Lovett. You said
Henson
was going to
I've said that multiple times. Henson would beat Lovett the next time they wrestled. He beat him the last time.
Unbelievable predictions.
Okay, the team score. Michigan is second. Penn State's at 148. Michigan is second at 64.5. Okay, Iowa. Listen to this. Going for that last trophy. Iowa's at 60.
This is tight.
Arizona State is at 59.5.
Dude, this is real tight.
Iowa State's at 59.5. Even Cornell is only 1.5 back. They're at 58.5. And then you got even Ohio State's at 57. They're only 3 back.
Dude,
this may be the greatest team race we've ever seen
for second place.
For the 2 trophies. Yeah.
And Tom has everything on the line. Now let's give it to Tom, dude. We talked about yesterday. He had everything on the line with this finals appearance record. He did get it with Ayala, which I had Ayala circled. How many times do I have to say I had Ayala
However, if you don't mind me saying, that can't feel real great. I mean, yeah, we got this long record where we had at least one finalist. How many years in a row now did we have just one finalist? Now,
okay, but they did it, dude. They did it, and Tom Brands is keeping his job, baby. Let's go. Right? Well, Tom Brands ain't going nowhere. Long
Tom
contract.
Brands ain't going nowhere. But, hey, them daggone Iowa fans, there's some torches and pitchforks outside.
All right. Well, we'll talk about some of the matches here because there were some Fugazi matches. In fact, I want to say Teskey got absolutely screwed with back points.
That was incredible, and that was the blood round match too.
The blood round match for Teskey.
Dude.
Iowa gets absolutely hosed, folks.
That was...
There should be an outcry
refs.
in Iowa City.
I'm
never, telling you right now.
In all my years of watching wrestling, and at this point, I'm not rooting for either guy. I could care less. I've never seen 2 swipes so fast.
Whoa. Meanwhile, Bartlett was in a match. Or was it Bartlett?
Oh, multiple matches, Zach.
Multiple
matches.
Is this the same ref?
No.
Ayala's swipes were literally like, and by the way, he's like balancing. That Ayala, those swipe calls were ridiculous.
Yeah, that was, I'll be the first to say, Iowans can be livid about that.
The Teskey
match, absolutely. But Wow.
Overall, dude.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Carter is here. Where's Mekhi Lewis? Gone. That's where he is. O'Toole is upset by Carr.
Mekhi ended up, he got pinned.
Oh, yes.
They reversed it.
I forgot.
Now he's going back. He's still alive for
What
third.
just happened? Lewis went from...
Dude, you talk about being overwhelmed. All of you guys know what I'm talking about.
It's too much.
I mean...
I can't keep up. Yeah, because in my brain, I wrote off Mekhi just got decked. That's unreal.
Yeah.
And then they went and reviewed it. Mekhi did not get decked. It
No,
was 0-0.
and he came back and won.
Kind of a big difference.
But it's, I mean, you like red zone. The heck
This
with
is-
red zone. This is what you call overload. Here.
No, this is too much, dude. Red Zone has it right. This is too much. We need to scale it back because
Dude,
I am overwhelmed with. I can't keep up.
Wouldn't it be nice if they stretched this tournament out for like an entire week?
Yes, please do.
So
that.
we could just, but
like or multiple weeks, like the basketball does.
oh,
it.
dude, that
Like,
would be awesome
I don't
because,
know.
I mean, there was so many unbelievable matches.
Dude, I know.
What was the match of the whole day?
Well, I would have to say it's Carr beating O'Toole.
Dude.
I mean, that to me,
Dude.
and the fact that you called it last night, that you predicted it to the point where you were going to be a rooster on
Carr-
here, blew my mind, dude.
That
Blew
is
my mind.
unbelievable. That just eliminated O'Toole from being a four-timer.
And it gives Messenbrink not only a chance. In my brain, Messenbrink is a favorite.
I
in
like
this
his
final.
chances of winning better now than against O'Toole. Although I think the O'Toole match would have been quite intriguing. Everyone in the world is like, wonder how them two make out with each other. And, you know, you got to give it to Messenbrink. He just keeps coming so much, it just overwhelms the other guy. And he, no offense, Mitchell, but it's a little sloppy at times. But it
I love
doesn't
it,
matter.
dude. That's
It-
my style. I'm sloppy.
It doesn't
but
matter.
so
He just
over...
keeps
Mitchell
coming.
Messenbrink has my style.
Caliendo
My
is as good as they are out there. I mean, he is just solid. He's so good, and he just
right.
embarrassed Caliendo.
All right, let's
Multiple
overall
times.
thoughts. There's so much that happened, folks, that we're gonna miss things.
All right,
we're gonna
let's
try
go
to skim the
125,
surface, but let's
'cause
try
I got
it.
something to complain about.
Okay, let's go to 125, folks. It
Okay.
was Figueroa over Braden Davis.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
and
by
then
the way, Figs,
over Noto.
Figs.
By the way, I do want to say this. Before, at the start of the season, you said there's a top 3 tier at 125, and it was Figueroa, Ayala, and Ramos. Okay, Ramos, I called you out on. I said it was a Jag, proved out to be a Jag.
That's true.
However, Figueroa, Ayala in the finals, dude. And Braden Davis threw a little bit of a temper tantrum, didn't he?
Well, he's got a.
All right, yes. Baby face, baby emotions,
No,
maybe, too.
no.
Right?
Here's
Seriously.
my complaint. In Davis's match with Figueroa. Okay, I'm gonna try to say this calmly and not get too. Dude, you're out there complaining to the refs. Oh, look, they're locking hands. Dude, you're giving up riding points, and it's like you got to keep your head in the match. That's the coach's job.
Yeah, just wrestle.
That's just wrestle. That's the coach's job. So there was a little bit of a.
I agree with that.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
little bit of
Braden Davis maybe a little out of his element there. I mean, he is a youngster, dude.
a
freshman.
youngster, and he showed it right there.
And he
because
went up against
you
Figueroa.
lost your brain. You lost because of that riding point, and you gave up that riding point because you're too busy petitioning the
Yeah.
ref, who's not going to change
I
his
know.
mind.
I didn't
What
know.
the ref's going to change his mind? You know what,
I
wrestler?
thought he was running for
you're kind of
president.
right. Yeah, locked hands. The ref ain't going to do that.
I know. I was wondering if he was getting sponsor money. He
Dude,
was running
that
for
was-
president with all that petitioning out there.
That frustrated.
Wrestle, Davis.
frustrated me,
Although
but-
I didn't hate it because I picked Figueroa. in our
But now that I calm down, let me
Talk about
just
your
say,
fantasy.
all of us Penn State fans, if you want to get down to brass tacks, what's
Brass tacks. Yeah.
it's been a long day.
Yeah, it has been a long
We're
day,
happy
dude.
with Braden, And no, he lost in the blood round. He's not going to be a placer.
Good showing by
He's
Brady
got
Davis.
the skills to be a placer. You could say that was one of the few places where it was disappointing.
In all honesty, though,
for the
dude,
national
Penn
champs.
State fans, to all you Penn State fans, that you got a little, and I called it before in our prediction show. I said you got a little uppity. Let's not act like Braden Davis was a disappointment, because in all reality, we had no expectations at 125 this year for Penn State, and Braden Davis came out and actually was a dog. And actually gave them a chance. So,
and as you guys can see behind me here, that's the placers there. Of course, Volk and Jordan are going for 7th. The rest are still alive for 3rd. And how about old
Caleb
Smith?
Smith, who Corey said we need to talk more about.
Dude,
he's an
Smith,
AA'er. Volk.
You talk about a guy that came and overachieved. That's Smith. No doubt whatsoever.
Well, how about Jordan, the 23 seed?
That's
who
true,
is now
too.
an
That's true,
AA'er,
too.
dude.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jordan.
Yeah,
I mean, oh my goodness.
absolutely.
And congratulations, what was that? Little Rock. Not one, but 2 first-time ever AA'ers tonight, right?
Little Rock.
That's right.
And, you know, you
Little
talk
Rock
about,
has big boulders, boys.
Oh, you
That's
talk
what I'm
about
talking about.
Coach of the Year. Should it be Little Rock or Columbia or something? Or Campbell? I'm telling you, Little Rock, that coach, that whole program, that is just awesome to see. Awesome.
It is
but
awesome.
Here we go. The finals. Figueroa. And don't give me your biased opinion because you got Figueroa on your fantasy team. And by the way, can I just say something about fantasy? All these little fantasy, little baby games
now you don't
with
wanna
the
talk
baby
about
fantasy.
fantasy.
No, I don't want to. Nobody
I'm
cares.
gonna win.
I'm not even looking. I'm just plucking names. Oh, you forcing me to play this stupid game?
Right.
Whatever. Here.
Right. Well, hey, this is the first year people get to have a little inside.
You're gonna end up
into
being
your
champ,
brain.
aren't you?
Yeah, and well, here's what happened this year, dude. People got some insight for the first time ever into your brain. You fall off. Okay,
Dude.
And then there's people out there like Corey who come on here and say, "I'm sitting beside Zach. He don't know what he's talking about. I'm about to win fantasy, baby. What are you talking about?
Well,
Are you serious? Let's go, baby.
No,
Who are you picking, Figueroa, Ayala? Because I know who I'm picking. Figs.
Well, I'm going Ayala. I think
Shocker.
Iowa finally gets their
Wow.
champ this year. However, and I'm rooting for Ayala. I like Ayala better. Nothing against, when Figs after that Davis match gives the out there. Sit down. Sit down.
Well, are you talking about Davis while he was sitting down crying, throwing a tantrum?
Well,
or Figs while I'd be doing that too if I was Figs if Braden Davis laying down there crying. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, I will say it should be an exciting match between the two, and I feel like there was something I wanted to say there. Anyway, okay, let's move on.
All right, let's go, baby. 133, folks. Let's move on. It was Fix beating Regason. Under the score, I wrote, who knows? Because during that match, the review time was so jambalaya.
Dude, that had a stench about it, too.
Can we get that figured out?
Yeah,
dude?
that had a stench about it, too.
Can we get the review? Because that lasted about 45 minutes, so I don't even know what the score was because I just stopped watching. I was so bored. Fix did win in a very boring match, typical Fix fashion.
Well,
but then there's the veto, dog.
Dude.
Hello.
Fix.
Wake up, dude.
Fix
veto. Knocking off Crookham. Go ahead.
Fix is a trivia question now. Who's the only four-time runner-up? Because he ain't got no chance with that veto that I just seen. Veto just tore up Crookham.
How idiotic are we for
that we bought
acting like Vito?
What? I'm so hurt.
Oh my goodness, dude!
Look,
Come on, man.
I know he's hurt. I know he's hurt.
You don't look hurt.
Dude, you talk about the power of the brain. Vito's showing it right now. And, you talk about a guy that's in the running for tournament MVP or whatever they
Hodge?
Not Hodge, tournament MVP.
Oh, yeah.
Vito is in the contenders. Him, Brooks, they're certainly contenders.
Well,
Brooks is leading, though.
Brooks, the Hodge is Brooks to lose, if you ask me. He has 2 tech falls and 2 falls.
No, and I'm sorry we jump around so much, people. We'll get right back to 33 in a second.
Yeah,
But
we're on
let's be
133.
honest about the Hodge. It's Brooks's to lose. And what's the other 5 guys that could possibly be in it? Well, if Hidley could find a way to beat Brooks, you could say he's got a case.
No,
Kirkleviet's got a
big
case.
enough wins. Kirk, not big enough
Keckeisen
wins.
certainly has a case.
Keck has a case.
Levi has a case.
Levi Haynes has a case.
Yes.
Messenbrink has a case.
And Messenbrink has a case. That's the 6 guys. It's
And
good.
all of a
the
sudden,
Hodge
dude,
is coming there, but really it's Brooks's to lose. And but
I
back
would
to
agree.
33.
It is Brooks to lose, but let's
Yeah.
go. It was Fix over Regason, and it was Vito dominating Crookham, dude. Let's take a minute and talk about Vito over Crookham. We predicted Vito to come back and win the previous match, but it took until this match, and to me, it looked like a completely different wrestler, Vito. Dude, no, it literally was a completely different wrestler, Vito. He was
Speed-
standing lethargic
speed
last
kills.
match.
Yeah.
This match, yeah, we talked about could Crookham's defense get beaten? Well, we found out, folks, good offense beats good defense because Vito's offense
Yeah. And it was happening so fast.
is like 13-3 or something.
Dude, that was a world champion we were watching there. And, you know,
That
no
was a
offense to
statement.
Crookham. Crookham may end up getting third. He's got it Frost. I think he'll easily get by Frost. And then he'll have either
shade of
Bailey
Frost,
or
though.
Regason for the third place match. And I like Bailey.
You picked Bailey in your fantasy.
Yeah.
And Bailey does look good. Bailey upset Oreen, which
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Oreen,
Shawver and Oreen are going for 7th.
how about let's talk about Regason getting vindication on Shawver there. And
Yes, I called that.
and you called that too.
I called that. I said Regason would beat Shawver, yes. But anyway, I get plenty of wrong. Believe me, folks. I'm not.
Well, we don't talk about that. We only talk about where you're right. So
Okay, look. Who's going to win? Fix
okay.
or Vito?
Vito, I think Majors Fix.
I think so,
Majors
too.
Fix. I'm sorry,
I think
dude.
so, too.
Fix.
And, quite
What happened
frankly,
in that match?
I'm not
Fix,
sure Fix even deserves to be there. I'm not.
Fix, I'm not sure deserved to beat Frost.
Yeah.
If you ask me,
Well,
because I know not only do I have Frost, but yeah, I mean,
Okay,
Frost.
I got one more thing to say about 33. And this comes from our good buddy Greg C. Dude, Nagao. You ever learn how to sprawl?
Nagao.
You ever
We have
learn how to
talk about
sprawl?
Nagao,
It's
dude.
called a sprawl. And, you know, the one thing Casey said to Brooks when he was real young, if you learn baseline defense, you're going to be a national champ. And you see the Strachis of the world and the Brookses of the world and how awesome they are at sprawling. Nagao, I know you're a great guy, but, dude, you got to take your current game and scrap it. And this is the problem with a lot of these guys that's been wrestling so long. They become
Wow.
uncoachable in their own heads. Oh, my thing, I'm really good at this. They come at my legs. I'll jump over the top. We'll do a little waterfall over here. I'll roll to my back a couple times. I can win it that way. Dude, it's called baseline defense, and you gotta relearn it. And I'd suggest such a great guy, great talent, lots of speed, all that stuff. Great from the top position, all that stuff. You got to learn that, or you may not place again. I know he placed last year.
Well,
he may not play, and he ain't placing this year because he doesn't know how to sprawl. Great call there, Greg C.
Well, let's be honest. Nagao will not be in the Penn State starting lineup next year.
Yeah, that's
Lillendahl coming.
Yeah,
I mean, this is an unfortunate ending to the Nagao career.
Well, you can't say it's going to be close between, say, Davis moves up, and but the thing is that I'm not a big transfer fan to begin with, and I said it last podcast. In a way, transfers are fool's gold, but not always. You got your Gomez's of the world. And, you know, Michigan certainly is sitting nice after all their transfers. I don't know how much all that cost them, but they're sitting in second place. But, as far as Penn State, they got such a dynasty and such the wheels rolling so authority.
It's rolling, dude.
Yeah, they don't even really need transfers.
Questionable call in the comments. I mean, the Ragusan Fix match. Ragusan, why didn't he go neutral at a Christian B? I mean, we could spend so much time breaking down these matches, but
Dude,
there
that's a good
certainly
point.
were questionable
That's a
decisions
good
made.
point. Yeah,
I'm not sure if Fix.
that's true.
I will
That's
say
true.
this: Fix, fortunate to be in the finals at this
absolutely.
point. I think
141.
All right, let's talk about 141, folks. It was Mendez actually eking out a win against Echemendia.
Yes, which we
5-4,
said that would be close.
And it was Bartlett. And dude,
Decking
look at
McNeil.
Bartlett, dude.
Look at him. Look at old
Hold
Bartlett.
on, Bartlett, dude. I said, all right. I said he's about this close to me making him like a lock. One of these dudes. I don't care that he's a little lazy out on the mat. He just doesn't care to win big. He just cares about winning.
Yeah. Now, okay, they each have a win, Mendez and Bartlett, and this is going to be close. I understand that, but who you got there?
Mendez
Although certainly does look like he's the favorite. Okay, well, let's proclaim Mendez the favorite here.
He is. Should be,
dude.
Should be. The way, although I'll say I have a little pause because Mendez came out hot against Echemendia, and then Echemendia takes him. Mendez kind of burned out there, and I thought, okay, he's vulnerable. There is a vulnerability there with Mendez. Yeah. And if there's someone who's going to expose it, it would be Bartlett, who all of a sudden, Bartlett, dude, he's getting falls. Yeah. And maybe your prediction, I mean, how fire can you be with your predictions?
Yeah. Well,
I swear if you call Bartlett
the thing is we had, that was surprising to see Woods. We were saying Woods just doesn't look the same. Now he looked hungry in the
real
backside.
Woods. Now Woods has AA. Now we'll talk about Jack, Hardy, Von Bar, and Woods, also AAers here.
Jack and Von Bar's going for 7th. Woods is going to take on Echemendia, which that should be great. Although I'm going to give that to Echemendia because he seems like to have more of a gas tank than Woods. Let's admit, Woods has to get his damage done early, and that's going to be tough to do against.
The way Echemendia looked, I'm definitely picking Echemendia there, which is also devastating for the Iowa program.
Yeah, and then Hardy's going up against McNeil, and I'm just such a big Hardy fan. I'm rooting for there, but I don't even.
How about Nebraska?
I don't even know about this Mendez and Bartlett. All I can say is it's going to be fun. I'm going to call Mendez he's the favorite, but that whole Kale factor is alive and strong, folks. This is the first time they've had 6 finalists. I could be wrong.
Fact check us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first time they've had 6
Is this
finalists.
the first time Penn State has had 6 finalists?
Yeah, I think it's
Can
true.
Someone
I know the other times they had 5.
Folks, so join the comments.
They won all 5. They did it twice. But so much data went through my head today. My head's a little
and we're coming instant,
dizzy.
so it's hard for us to process this on the go. But
yeah, but
hey, we're doing it, dude. So hey. Okay. I think it is, though. I think it is the first time 6 finalists.
Yeah.
And if they win all 6, I think there is a backdoor chance for Penn State to become the greatest team of all time. But so you're telling me you're picking Bartlett.
Dude, I'm ready to go 49.
You're okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, then just tell me, dude, because you picked this one too, Henson over Lovett.
Yes.
And then it was Gomez, dude, who we shouldn't be shocked with Gomez over Parco.
If we said to you, Lovett's not going to be in the finals, O'Toole's not going to be in finals, Hamidi's not going to be even an AA
I would have
guy.
told you you've never watched wrestling.
Yeah, you would say you're out of your skull, buddy.
Yeah.
That's what you'd say. This just blew my mind. How great this sport, the talent in this sport has all elevated. Old Shane Sparks says it all the time. Anyone can lose.
Resolite. Oh.
Yeah, anyone can lose out here. And but, yeah, that was surprising. And, Kazak goes up against Lovett tomorrow morning. And I'm not going to put it behind – Kazak's look great. I could not.
Dude, Kazak does look great.
Yeah, I could not be more happy. That was disappointing when he lost. But
but he's a young kid, dude. And Kazak has come back like an absolute dog. And I appreciate that because he's on my fantasy team. Unfortunately, he has Lovett up next. But it was Gomez over Arrington. No shocker there. I thought that was a 50-50. Parko over Lemire. Lovett over Swiderski. How about this Waters kid? This Waters kid, right? He at 187.
Yeah, he's very, very good.
This Waters kid, I think we have stuff to look forward to in the future with this Waters kid. But the shocker in this.
Well,
bracket
Waters
was
is going up
Lovett.
against Parko tomorrow, so Waters could end up third, especially the way he's wrestling. And like I said, I'm looking forward to Kazak against. And by the way,
come out.
I've been
today.
I've
like
been
I
sputtering around with Kazak. Half the time I'm calling him Kasich. Sometimes I'm calling. Look, it's Kazak. I've heard enough announcers now say it's Kazak, right? So Terry, I'm improving, Terry. I'm improving, buddy.
Okay.
Look,
I'm just gonna say it the way it looks.
I couldn't be happier.
spelling.
No matter what happens tomorrow with Kazak, we lose Van Ness. And apparently we're still at least in the running for this points thing, and that didn't even matter to me all year long. But now we're on the brink. Let's just do it. We might as well do it.
Having a real which, let's be honest, we talked about it earlier. I think next year is the team for Penn State. If you look at their recruits I think next year is going to be the greatest.
If everybody comes, if Carter comes back, if Bartlett comes back, Kirk Levitt will be back. The only one they lose is Brooks. Van Ness is there. But anyway, Henson, Gomez. Who you got?
Gomez.
Yeah, Gomez does look like
I think Gomez.
man on a mission.
How do we overlook
You're talking
him?
about a very good wrestler in Henson. I said Gomez would lose. I was wrong there. So we're busy pointing the things out that I was right about. I was wrong about Gomez. I said he'd lose to Arrington. So check mark right there.
And then Kazak beats Arrington. Yeah. Hey.
Okay, 57.
All right, let's move on. 157, folks. It was Levi over Andonian. Levi with the fall. However, that was a much closer match than that. And then it was Teamer kind of dominating Cardenas. The other AAers, Keller, Robb, Franek, Shapiro. We're going to get into Shapiro's head injuries, folks, but come on.
First with Haynes and Andonian, just a brilliant game plan by Haynes. He was very patient. And you notice when Haynes gets a leg, I've said it before, he finishes. But he was being extra careful not to get thrown or pancaked by Andonian, who's constantly looking to do just that. Remember last year's match, how exciting that was. Andonian almost pinned, a lot of people said he did pin Haynes. But Haynes showed me something today, Zach.
And what is that? Intelligence, maybe growth, maturity?
Dude, all of it. Is that what it is? That guy is the real deal. And do I think Teamer has a chance against Haynes? No.
All of a sudden, Levi looking like a top pick. But I will say this. How about overlooked Andonian, dude? Upsetting Scott.
Yeah.
Also, touche to Robb. Coming back after everything that he went through at the end of last year.
Yeah, he'll be going for 7th against Franek.
For Peyton Robb to come back in AA deserves a shout-out. Touche, Peyton Robb.
Yeah. Now, Shapiro. Let's talk Shapiro.
What just happened?
Dynamic
my
as
brain's
he is,
about to explode.
I don't know, dude. I am convinced he probably shouldn't have wrestled. Because I remember Brian Roberts of the Orioles. Once he had a bat and he struck out and he took the bat and went like you would. Well, he gave himself a concussion and it knocked him out for the whole entire year long. This was years back. But that just is an example of a concussion doesn't mean I'm good to go in 2 weeks. There's concussions that are lasting. And I think as unbelievable as Shapiro is, as dynamic of a wrestler. And you ask Yanni and others over there at Cornell, they were predicting 4-timer right here, boy. But he just never did look the same.
Well, okay, I'm just going to tell you what I saw, which is Shapiro was one thing before that head injury, and he was a different animal after. Yeah. And I'm sorry, dude. I'm just going to speak the facts. That's the exact same thing that I saw earlier in the year, and then all of a sudden he's wearing a helmet after every match. And now I'm at the point where it's like, dude, as much as I want to see Shapiro wrestle, I mean, well, I don't know. What went on in that back room? I mean, because you can say he was cleared from concussion protocol. However, I'm here to tell you, he did not look the same. No. So, and it's like, we know what the 100% Shapiro looks like, dude.
Yeah.
And you just didn't see that, and I'm not, we don't.
Oh, I guarantee you,
speculating.
You know, your mom, dude, along with probably a whole bunch of other nurses out in this world that's seen that maybe wrestling fans, you see a difference in a guy afterwards, and you just have to think. First off, these people given these concussion protocols, it matters nothing what the wrestler is saying, if I'm correct, because they're going to want to keep wrestling. Yeah, they're going to want to keep wrestling. We don't
know what actually
There's
happens
supposed
in the back
to be
door.
Signs behind this protocol, and I don't know. It's just strange how he didn't look the same. And
is it something with Cardenas? Why is
maybe,
this happening against Cardenas, dude?
I don't know. But
Cardenas just beats him up, dude.
Anyway, he's come back and looks strong. 11-2 Franek. And Franek's a great wrestler.
Well,
and Shapiro may end up getting third. We've all wanted to see.
He's got to get through Andonian.
Haynes against Shapiro. We're not going to see that. And quite frankly, I think things are easier. I thought if anybody could beat Haynes, maybe it's Shapiro's just how.
Second, I would have said Andonian.
Yeah.
Third, I would have said Saldate, but he didn't make it. But
I mean, that's a very good call there.
I mean, Andonian, that was down to the wire, dude. Touche to Andonian.
Yeah, and
I mean, how was he overlooked?
Touche to Cardenas too. That was, I mean, he wrestled well to win that match, even though Shapiro had the opening takedown.
Yeah, he did
when his head hit the mat coming out of bounds. Yeah, he was leading. And
I said this, dude. Maybe it is a stylistic thing between Cardenas and Shapiro. Like, yes, he got hurt the first time, but, dude, all of a sudden,
folks, tomorrow morning we got Shapiro against Andonian again. And, I mean, Andonian, Shapiro may want to study that Haynes match and have a different game plan, or your head might be bouncing again, because that Andonian, that guy's just an animal. He's an animal.
It's shocking to me that Andonian was overlooked. The 12 seed, I mean, if you're just a stat guy and you look at the rankings, easy to overlook Andonian, but Andonian showed up, dude.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Like he does.
Now.
All right, let's move on. 165, folks. It was the premier, arguably, match of the night, and the match that you called Carr over O'Toole. But what happened? I'm here to tell you, folks, O'Toole's hurt. O'Toole got hurt at the end of that match. I'm sorry. He didn't act like it. He didn't show it. You see it in his actions. Something happened to O'Toole. There was an O'Toole injury.
I kind of have to agree. I don't know what happened, but you never see O'Toole just laying there taking forever to get back to the center. You just never see it.
And even that, and his reaction to Carr's shot, it the takedown that he gave up was almost like he almost had an injury and kind of quit for a half a second, like you saw in, I forget the match previously. But I don't know, dude. I feel like we're gonna hear something out of that, but O'Toole didn't look right, but you did predict Carr to pull that upset, which opens the path for Messenbrink.
Here's the thing with Messenbrink. Carr is not easy to score on. Ask O'Toole. So Messenbrink can't get sloppy in the sense of giving up points to Carr. I know his whole philosophy is, you know what, I'm going to shoot 10 times because I might score 7 of them or whatever. I'm just saying he's got to have very tight baseline defense himself tomorrow. But I'm not worried about that. The coaches are there, and it's going to be a great match. On the backside, we got Caliendo against Olenek, and that was shocking when Olenek beat Hamidi. I never
What happened to
that.
Hamidi, dude? I mean, Hamidi was someone that we talked about with a real possibility to upset Carr.
Well, maybe a little bit of that spirit got broke when Messenbrink stole his Big Ten title away from him.
Probably.
But and then down below there's Garvin by Stanford. You see these guys all the time. Who? You know, and here he is. He's still alive for third place.
I know. He's got O'Toole next, though.
Yeah.
He's got O'Toole next. So, but hey,
it might
I'll say
be a
this
hurt
though.
O'Toole.
What did we see with Bastida at the heavyweight?
Yeah,
dude, you lose that
how
fighting
about
spirit.
that? Yeah,
and all of a sudden, hey, O'Toole's got to dig down and find some heart here to fight back.
Yeah,
as much as because the reality is O'Toole just lost a chance at being a 4-timer.
Yeah,
like a storyline for next year has now been eliminated. As a result of David Carr and this upset. But, all right.
Looking forward to tomorrow's nights. I really am.
Carr Messenbrink.
We're going to do something
Who are you
special
picking
tomorrow.
there? Yeah, we're going to do something special, folks.
I'm going to call it Carr over Messenbrink, and I can hear the wrath coming from my Penn State buddies. I could be wrong there. I'm rooting for Messenbrink, of course. I'm just saying I don't know.
I'm picking Messenbrink, dude. I don't think Messenbrink beats O'Toole, but I think Messenbrink beats Carr, and I think we just got laid a path for Messenbrink.
That's true.
Mind you, Messenbrink, my fantasy pick. So let's go, baby. Okay. All right, moving on. 174.
Carter Starachi. Wow, and it reminds me of Jason Nolf a few years back. It really does. Remember that year Jason Nolf hurt his knee? He dominated at the Nationals. And I'm not saying Carter completely dominated the whole way through or anything. But
no, not the same
just
Carter.
Grit. Dude. Everything that you hear from Carter, he's backed it up. This ain't no Bastida talk here. You know, Bastida out there putting
memes
which
up.
We like that. Bastida.
I love it.
Nothing against you, buddy. I mean, that gives us something to look and root
it does
against.
Help if you win, though.
You know, but wow. Wow. And then you don't even place.
It does help if you
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, we ain't going to be talking about you no more. Anyway, let's seriously, though, Griffith and Starachi, both we thought were hurt, but Starachi coming out here showing true grit.
Yeah.
And, I mean, some would argue he is owed the Hodge.
Yeah,
but,
and, Griffith, he's a great guy, too, and all, and he's still alive for 30. He's got Devos tomorrow. But it's time.
Rocco
Griffith
Welsh. Rocco Welsh.
Feels
baby.
like, yeah, that's true.
Let's talk about Rocco Welsh, who knocks off Woollok to make the finals against Starachi.
Yeah.
And, hey, he goes in and gets a shot and pulls on that knee the right way. Rocco Welsh could be a national champion. No, I'm not joking. No, if he pulls on that knee the right way. You know what I mean? I'm serious. Rocco Welsh,
Pennsylvania
folks.
wrestler, though, and we love Pennsylvania wrestlers. But,
And Lewis was pinned by a pass Luke. But they didn't call it.
You got to give it to Warlock, though. Nobody even knew him.
Your fantasy pick. Yeah, you're just saying that.
Warlock
yesterday.
goes up against Lewis, and DeVos against Griffith. Of course, Ruth and Paziuk.
It's late. It's been a long day, folks. Yeah, I know. I mean, Lewis,
they
though,
go for 7th.
Hit
the
with
Army
that.
guy. Yeah.
Lewis hit with the. Now, he did come back to beat him, but Lewis hit with the just classic letdown, right? Like, you lose a match you thought.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to say this, dude. It has to be hard. If you're one of these top-tier wrestlers, man, and then you lose, I would want to quit. Like, I don't care about 3rd or 4th or 5th. I came here for a championship. Like, that's what I would be here for. So, admirable to those who have the grit to stick it out, dude, because that's true testament to, personal attrition. You know, it's going to build your character in the future as a person beyond wrestling. All right. Wow. There's a speech for you.
Okay. Keckheisen's doing everything we thought. Him and Plott in the finals. We all kind of thought that. Keckheisen may get the major. to actually bonus his way through the entire tournament.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not, because Plot obviously has really looked good. On the backside, Salazar is going up against Berge, which you got to give it against for Berge, Bennett Berge. We knew he was good, but he showed his grit in this tournament. That's one, and the other side.
Plot defeats Salazar. Wait, what are you talking about?
What?
What are you talking about?
On the backside. On the backside.
Oh, you're talking about, okay.
Truex goes up against Munoz, and
how about Truex, dude? Fighting back.
I thought he
Beating
looked
Stewart
good.
Jr.
Yeah, he looked good.
I
Of
did
course,
not
he didn't
expect
have
him to
anything
beat
for
Stewart.
Plot. I thought he got hurt. I thought, this guy's not even going to be able to finish. But he looked good after that match. So I was happy with Truex. And
I agree. I'm happy with Truex, and I think he has a chance to beat Munoz. I did not expect him to beat Stewart. Stewart knocks off Foca. We could talk about that for a while, but we won't. Plot, though, I will say Plot, man, came out and kind of showed us who he is.
Yeah.
Didn't he? I mean,
yeah,
I wasn't sure about Plot.
Yeah.
Comes out, beats Salazar.
Okay, 197, one of the biggies for tomorrow night. And that is, of course, Hidley against Brooks. I just don't see it happening. I don't know, 7-4, something like that, 8-5. Brooks ain't losing. He's just not losing.
Driver's seat for the Hodge.
Yeah, and that's.
I mean,
I hope he
his
gets
to
it.
lose.
Yeah, I hope he gets it. I tell you, Sloan won your respect. He gave Hidley all Hidley could handle there, by the way. And I think Sloan will beat Buchanan on the top side, and down below. Oh, the stupid ad got in my way. Down below, Cardenas and the Lamb go. I would probably say, I don't know, Cardenas is a beast. I'm not sure there.
I would go Cardenas. I would go Hidley. Or I don't know. I think
anyway,
Brooks,
Beard and
falls.
Little go for 7th. So that's one weight that kind of really went the way we expected.
That was chalk.
Yeah.
All right.
But boy, this next weight didn't, because everyone in the world
Heavyweight, baby.
Oh, Bastida might be able to beat Kirkleviet.
Yep. I don't think so.
Whoa.
All right. How about Davison, dude?
Davidson. Wow.
I want to talk about him because I picked him in fantasy, and I'm pretty sure he locked me up a championship.
Yeah.
And yesterday, you were
remember
talking about your fantasy.
Feldman beat Davidson. So it's like,
which
you gotta give
Feldman
it to him.
almost knocked off Kirk, dude. Feldman
yeah, Feldman's still alive.
was in for a takedown against Kirk as the clock ticked down. If things would have kind of,
Yeah.
I mean,
It was
I saw
it was the
comments
perfect
saying,
game plan. that
don't
Ohio
overlook
State put
Feldman.
together. Yeah.
And those comments were accurate because
And
I think we
everything
overlooked
went
Feldman.
as planned. He got in deep
Yep.
for the win
Yep.
after keeping the match close. But
Oh, dude,
Kirk
he
is just-
played the exact game plan that he needed to win that match and just didn't get the takedown in the final seconds. Like,
Yeah.
literally, though, brilliant. Touche to Tom Ryan,
Yeah.
right? Because
Now-
really, Tom Ryan
Yeah.
put
well,
Feldman in position to win that match.
maybe more Stieber than anything. But anyway, the whole coaching staff, talking about coaches, old Jones there at Arizona State. Now we know why you didn't send out Schultz at the collegiate duels against Kirkleviet 2 years ago. Yeah, we know now. We know now. Saving that seed. You remember Schultz got that nice little seed to get second place against Stevenson. That whole thing.
Some seating manipulation, which, by the way, I also have to say, we often criticize the wrestlers for dodging. Although someone made a comment that it's not the wrestlers, dude. It is the coaches who make that decision.
It is the coaches. It's fair. However, let me say this. If the coach is telling me, you know what, that's not wrestle this match.
You're going to start being a hot
I'm
fire.
going to be throwing a fit.
Oh, really?
And you can't tell me the wrestlers don't have some say. If they're, you got to listen to your coach. Look, coach, I can win this match. Let me go out there and win this match. I'm saying the wrestlers have
Maybe
some
they do,
say.
and just don't win that argument.
Or, yeah, and that's irrelevant. The whole thing, it should be a system set up where you're not even thinking about sitting your wrestler. That's what I've said all along. The whole seating process for nationals should be just wins because you're out. You're not worried if you lose. If I get the win, though, I get points. But I've said that too many times. Anyway, we got Davidson against Kirk Levitt. Kirk Levitt would have to lose that match. Davidson's not going to beat him. So Kirk Levitt's going to be on Penn State's wall with a whole bunch of other people or national champs.
Kirk's getting up there, baby.
Yeah.
Penn State getting 6. I have a question for you. What's going to be the last finals match tomorrow? Now, I'm going to throw out what I think are probably the top contenders. Fix Vito. How about Brooks Hidlay?
That's where it's going to be.
You think it's going to be Brooks Hidlay?
Yeah.
The final match.
I think so.
Folks, if you're not familiar, they save what
because
they consider is the best match.
The
and
last
Brooks
two matches could be 2 4-timers.
I didn't think about the
not
match
the last
before.
2. Yeah, two of the last 3 could be 2 4-timers. You could have Starachi, and then of course Keckheisen would come out against Plott, and then you have Brooks to finish the night off. And let's face it, we've all been anxious for that match. Can you think of another matchup that you're looking forward to in the finals?
Messenbrink? Figueroa,
Carr
Ayala.
Messenbrink is quite enticing.
Fix Vito, I think. Bartlett.
Bartlett, Mendez.
Henson, Gomez.
Yeah.
Levi Teamer. I think we all expect Levi to win that. Starachi, Welsh.
Yeah.
Keckheisen, Plott.
Even the Figueroa Ayala match is going to be quite intriguing, but that, of course, isn't going to be the final match.
I need Figs in a big way for my fantasy.
I don't know. Hendrickson takes on Feldman, and Elam takes on Schultz to see who's going to end up third at 285. But Penn State. I
know you want to talk about Penn State. Listen, I'm going to just ask you randomly. What are if I ask you just off the top of your head, what are the two or three biggest shocking things that you take away from today?
O'Toole losing.
Yep.
I mean, he's
to
so
me, that's
incredible.
number one. The 4-time champ
So
being eliminated,
incredible.
and Carr doing that.
Yeah, and I tell you, we've had some incredible 3-time champ wrestlers, and he still has to get that third one. And if he comes back, or if he moves up like Askren said he may have to get by Carter to get that third one. So O'Toole may go down as one of the greatest 2-timers of all time.
Number 2 to me would be Davison upsetting younger Bastida.
Yeah. And that just killed Bastida's spirit, boy.
I mean, he kind of quit, dude.
Yeah.
Number 3 would be Shapiro losing.
That tells you something about Bastida, doesn't it?
Yeah, he quit. Yeah.
Yeah, he quit.
No heart.
He quit. Well, you're not giving
him. He ain't got no dog in him.
Yeah, you're not giving Slav any credit.
Well, true. That is true also.
Right? But come on.
We're not in the credit business, dude. We're in the critique business.
Wow.
All right. Yeah,
folks, this was incredible. One of the most incredible days of wrestling I've ever remembered. That was incredible. And I seen such talent today. It just blew my mind. Watching Vito with that speed again.
Vito coming back, looking like a dog, dude.
Tomorrow all day.
Folks, we'll be back.
Incredible.
Tomorrow night, we're going to wrap it up, and then next week, I don't know, dude.
Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have a special. We're going to have something special.
Something
tomorrow,
special.
Right?
Something special.
Yeah. And
real special.
I'm going to be rested up. I'm going to bring it tomorrow.
You're going to be rested up?
I'm bringing it tomorrow.
We're both a little tired right now. It's been a long day, dude.
And one last thing. After we're done tomorrow's show, we were talking about we're going to take a week or 2 or 3.
What?
Off.
No days off, baby! This is BC Wrestling. What are you talking about?
I know. We got the trials coming up and everything.
We didn't miss a week last year, folks. You think we're going to miss a week this year? Well, we might miss 1 or 2. But then we'll be back, Davey, because we are dogs. We grind. That's right. Anything else,
folks,
dude?
Love you.
Tomorrow, dude. All right, we're tired. We'll be back.